What up, TikTok? Hey, hope everybody's having a great Friday. Hey, don't let anything that's negative in your life dictate the rest of your life. Does that make sense? Hey, we all go through some hard times. We all go through some emotional stressors, maybe at work, maybe at home, whatever it may be. Don't let that dictate who you are and how you react to the rest of the things that life throws at you. Does that make sense? Like if you're feeling pissed off and angry all morning or all day, you're going to take that energy and you're going to present it to everybody else that surrounds you, your loved ones, your soldiers, whoever it may be. You're going to use that negative energy and it's just going to make everything worse. Try to be positive. Pick something positive in life that's going really well. Use that positive energy and let that dictate the rest of your day. We can harp on the negatives. We can harp on the bad things that are going on in life. It's not going to help us. It's not going to help us move forward. Stay strong, keep pushing, drive on. Happy Friday.
What's up, Trash Talkers? Hitting you up this morning with a special promo on how to dress when you are doing PT in civilians, but you want everybody to know you're an Army. This comes from the Buddy Beckwith fashion design of how to work out. So first, you can notice the RI panties. Not Ranger panties, but Ranger instructor panties. The green socks, the knee brace for the old guys. Don't forget the M frames. Now the shirt, don't wear the Trash Talk shirt while you're running. This is just for the promo. You want to put on like an 80-second shirt or like your favorite airborne shirt so everybody knows that you're a veteran. That's the most important thing. And you start with this stretch. Buddy Beckwith taught me this one. Ready to go.
So, I'm walking out of the gas station and my co-worker, who's an old MP, but we still claim him, and has engaged the man in conversation. Not much for conversation with strangers, but he's got the tab. So, as I walk by, I say airborne, and the man responds with, and I quote, "Hoorah." So, after I instructed my co-worker to slash every single tire before he put the car in gear, I look for the biggest rock. As I crow hop to throw it through his back window so he can stop posing as one of us, I actually wake up and realize that the man's ignorance had incapacitated me for a moment, and I was daydreaming. I mean, because in that moment you got two options. I chose the third option and said, "Incorrect. That's an incorrect response." And I kept walking. The man said nothing and he pulled away. So you tell me, what is it, a stolen valor thing? No Marine's gonna have an airborne tab, and no paratrooper's gonna say hidden hoorah. So you tell me, stolen valor?
Hey, y'all, I'm going to work. I left you a note on the refrigerator. I love y'all. I'm gonna go.
Hey, go get dressed. Get ready for school.
You're doing great. I was tooling around, tooling along. Shit! Bad guys! Stop!
Let me break it down Barney style.
Today's show is brought to you by the Farkas Group at the Veterans Mortgage Source. Are you looking for a team you can trust for your mortgage needs? The Farkas Group is our trusted partner on the podcast. I serve with Zach, and he will definitely give you the best rate possible. Their goal is to educate veterans across the country on their earned VA home loan benefit. If you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, reach out to these guys for competitive rates or any information you may need on obtaining a VA mortgage for your property. They are licensed in multiple states. If they are not licensed in the state that you live in, they will still give you the advice that you need and the rates you should be looking for.
This is the Veteran Trash Talk Hour, hosted by Nick, Dave, Joe, and Buddy. Real warriors making fun of other real warriors. Try to not get triggered.
What is up, everybody? Happy Saturday. Welcome to episode 82. Oh, shit. We should be saying airborne or something, right? Come on. Give it a hula, or I don't know. Shout out to our sponsors, Zach Farkas with the Veterans Mortgage Source. You can check him out at Zach Farkas at bmsloans.com. 10th Mountain Whiskey. Check them out at 10thwhiskey.com. Type in VTT. Get yourself a special discount. Special guest today is Michael from AZT Vets. And
Chappy. His name is Chappy.
His name is Mishael.
He's
Michael
even got
Chappy.
it in parentheses. That means
And today I'm joined by Buddy
Chappy
and
Sinclair.
Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
All right, can I talk?
No, you screwed it up. Yeah, sorry.
I mean, the dumpster fire has already started. So we got a lot of good feedback from last episode talking about conspiracies. Okay, so Chris, can you put that picture up for me? I don't know if it's up or not.
It's up.
So,
It's up.
all right, so this episode we're going to talk about the Kandahar Giant. Okay, so supposedly around 2002 in Kandahar, there was an infantry platoon that went missing out in Afghanistan. Okay, no reports on what happened, and so they sent a special forces unit, Green Beret unit, after to find them. Okay, so this Green Beret unit was in the mountains apparently, and they came up across this big ass cave, all right, with this big hole, and started smelling, and they found body parts and stuff. And suddenly this huge 12-foot giant jumps out with a big ass spear, kills one special forces guy named Dan. Okay, that's all we got. His name was Dan. Yeah, I don't know. And then for 30 seconds straight, they just laid waste to this giant. Okay. And then the giant dropped. So afterwards, 2 helicopters came out. One took the giant away. The other helicopter took the special forces guys out. And then they were all supposed to sign non-disclosure agreements, you know, all kinds of stuff. So a couple years later, I think it surfaced the first time in 2016, this guy named Mike or whatever went on YouTube and said he was actually part of that special forces unit. And he was there when they slayed the giant. And then apparently there's a C-130 or C-17 pilot who flew the giant to an unknown location in the US. And that is all we know. Personally, I don't know. Like, I thought it was kind of funny and stuff, but then I started researching it a little bit. And by that, I mean just, you know, going on Google, typing in some stuff. And there are actually a lot of people, there's soldiers that were told back in 2002, aim high when you're out in the mountains. And aiming high actually meant because you were going to shoot a giant if a giant comes out of a cave.
Oh, it's because of elevation.
Yeah, well, maybe that too, Nick. You know, I'm trying to add to this conspiracy, okay? Don't ruin it.
Simple ballistics.
I'm trying to add to this conspiracy, all right? Make it a little enjoyable here. So we don't know. So, Nick, what's your take on the giant, man?
Yeah,
What's your take?
Could have been giants. Could have just been gravity.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been the way they were looking up at the giant, but I think they had to exaggerate it more because a 12-foot person probably doesn't need a 30-minute long firefight to take down.
30 seconds.
That's a really good point. That's really good because they had M4s, they had apparently Barretts, they had all kinds of shit out there.
Right.
You know?
So like a 12-foot guy, like he's going down after one Barrett shot. So I mean, unless of course, you know, it was more biblical, you know, and it was like Samson with the hair, where it just was too strong to take down, I could buy that. But I honestly think this conspiracy was stolen from Monty Python, right? And the search for the Holy Grail, when, you know, they go up to the cave and they have to use the holy hand grenade to kill the bunny.
The bunny.
And at first the knights are like, it's just a bunny. And the wizard's like, look at the bones, right? So it's like, and then the fangs, and then the rabbit takes off one of the knights' heads. And then they kill it with a holy hand grenade. That is more believable than this giant.
What knights were those?
Yeah, I mean, they say, you know,
Knights
back
of
in
the round table.
Well, it also goes back to the Nephilim, which was in like the book of Genesis, you know, walk amongst giants and stuff. And if there is a place in the world that could have giants, like it would be Afghanistan probably, because there are a lot of locations in Afghanistan that are just completely unknown to everybody. You know, like I haven't been to Afghanistan, you two have. But I know, like up in those mountains, man, there's some places like
everybody we shot fell down in Afghanistan. They fell down.
Yeah, so I don't know. Good take, Nick. Good take.
Yeah,
good take.
12 feet.
Large?
12 feet down.
Abnormally large people that fell.
No, they were all tiny and smelly with beards.
Did you ever shoot one and then go, oh my god, this guy should be in the NBA?
Like we just killed a power forward. But
what the fuck is going on? Who the fuck shot Shaq, guys? Jesus.
Missed opportunity.
But yeah, so buddy, what do you think?
So Dave hit me up with this conspiracy a few days ago, and I happened to be in fifth group, who would have been the SF group and teams that were there during that time frame.
Never heard of them.
So I went down to we still have several guys that are civilians now that were there for the invasion and subsequent dealings in Afghanistan, especially 2002, 2003. And I went down and talked to one of them, Bill, and I said, "Hey, Bill, you ever heard about this giant thing?" And Bill said, and I quote, "That shit wouldn't have been where we were. I never heard of that shit." And he was like, he was like, maybe down south. He was like, if it anywhere, it'd have been down south if they were looking like around the Tora Bora area, but not up where we were. So I can't confirm or deny from anybody that was here, because the guys that I know were the horse shoulder guys that were up north with the Northern Alliance and not down south.
Buddy, I was extremely excited based on what you told me last night to what you're going to be sharing.
It'd be
now.
funny if when you asked.
I really wanted to tell you last night, but I felt bad because you're so excited.
It'd have been funny if you would have asked him that and he just turned the lights off, closed the door, and then was like, who are you working for?
Yeah, hey, get the fuck out of here. You're not allowed to turn any of your shit on.
You're good. Your hand receipt cleared. Go.
Here's the problem I have with the whole conspiracy, Dave. And that is, unless they know there are quote unquote giant spear throwing monsters in the caves, like, you've been in the army. Come on, dude. Nobody has a bird flying out to the mountains to pick shit up like right then. Like, you find a bomb on the side of the road, you're there for 5 hours. You know what I mean? Like, and that's like if it's important.
12 foot tall.
I don't see them going, "Oh, you guys have a 12-foot. We got to get the Bigfoot extraction team out there with their little birds and Bigfoot casket so we can take it to someplace to study tall people." Like, I don't see it. I don't see it, but I mean, it could be a thing. I mean, Jesus, Joe Biden got elected.
I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird. Chappy, what's your take, man?
You know, Dave, while you were telling me the story, or everyone, I should say, you reminded me of that movie Desperado, where Steve Buscemi is talking about Antonio, and he's like, "In walks the biggest Mexican I've ever seen." And that's like, as you're talking, I'm like, all these soldiers rushing into a cave, and in walks, the biggest Afghani man they've ever seen. I
think that Afghani has or that man has a name. His name is Bin Laden. Did they kill him?
Right. I think it's a great story. I don't know if I would subscribe to. Has there ever been record of a man that tall?
I mean, so here's the thing when it comes to giants and stuff, because they've actually found like huge skeletons like Pakistan and Afghanistan. That's like well documented. Like that you can research, and they're like of giant people. They say they're grave sites and stuff, and they've taken pictures, and there's a lot online that you can actually find on that. So
like how big?
Like how big? I don't know the exact height, but it's definitely not any like average human size or large human, like huge ass skeletons, So I don't know. It could be something biblical, It could be something from the past. I'm a little iffy. I'm 50, Nick always says out of every conspiracy, there's possibly a little bit of truth to
there
it.
Has to be truth, otherwise you're just a moron.
Well, you could just make up a random story.
There has to be like some truth, right?
Things get tweaked a lot too.
They do.
Right. But you can't just be like
6'5" Afghani, and they're like, "He's a goddamn giant."
Yeah, right. The spear thing was pretty fucking crazy.
The only truth to the flat earthers is because it's flat on a map. All right, that's the only truth they got. Like, so it's like.
Yeah.
Well, if we're talking about, so here's the thing, I kind of subscribe to the religious format of Bill Maher. Like, I'm not a religious person. I think it's fairy tales.
Are you atheist or are you agnostic?
I don't even want to put a label on it.
Well, right, because if you put a label on it, it's a religion now.
You got it. Absolutely. So
you're either spiritual or not.
Thank you. I just actually had a really great conversation with a friend who was looking for feedback as to the difference between religion and spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
And that leads in very nicely to what I can talk about later. But as far as like where I find spirituality is outdoors, is in nature. So
we're going to get to all of that. Yep.
And I won't go there. But as far as like believing in something as asinine as a 12-foot man in a cave in Afghanistan that
Spearing
has
special forces soldiers.
right and these
Dan
bones,
specifically.
yeah,
Dan.
I don't
Yeah.
know, man.
Referred to
There's
as
fucking
the-
dinosaurs too, Dave. You know, are those real?
Yeah.
I think
Boats.
it's referred to
Boats.
as the Kandahar
Boats. What's your take on the Kandahar Giant?
kebab.
Yeah, no. No.
I love it.
No.
I'd rather go watch Andre.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andre the Giant, yeah.
There you go.
What did they say?
I
They
think,
said he drank 75 beers in a bar one time.
Oh,
Andre the
yeah.
Giant?
yes.
Yeah, on a regular basis.
Insane.
So
Yeah.
Clifford posts a link in the chat that has actually of these 7 giant human skeletons, or it
Yeah,
says
and-
human skeletons.
And
So.
then Brady Kingston in our chat and Gruntworks chat says this story has exploded lately. So
Catching
man,
on
we're
fire.
on this. We're on to something.
We're on to something. Maybe we need to
Yeah.
find this guy, Mike or whoever it is, who's gone on several
Maybe we need to
shows,
go to
and bring him
Afghanistan
on.
with some Giants.
Yeah, why don't we just go to Afghanistan and look
Yeah.
for him? I heard the
Oh
Taliban's
my
really nice and they're allowing women to read now. So that's what Biden said. Biden said the Taliban are going to be
Oh
nice
no.
and
Oh,
that they were going to take care of the women, you know, and all
Oh,
that
they're
stuff.
gonna
They
take care of them,
promised.
all right.
They promised us. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God, here we go.
Yeah.
But
Another
Anyway,
one.
great dumpster
Yep.
fire. That was good. Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody, for your input. And I think,
I
Buddy,
would
you're
like
supposed to
to,
bring the heat today.
yeah, no, I
would
just
like
said not to suck.
Yeah, we
Pretty
had
easy
another
script.
conversation.
Just
Nick's
Tom,
such an
suck.
asshole. I still love him, but he's an asshole.
Tom's you, Nick. We had a conversation last night. Anyway,
About me?
Yeah, we
I
did.
think part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
The
It
Did
was
you
all
touch yourself?
positive.
Did you touch
Um,
yourself?
I did.
Done?
Yeah.
I can at least- All right. Anyway, I think that if you do get stabbed in Afghanistan with a spear, especially in Kandahar, they should rename that modus of death as becoming a Kandahar kebab. That would be,
Ooh.
Mm.
KK.
yeah. Oh yeah, got it.
Dude,
Got all fucked
shirt
up.
idea.
The Kandahar kebab. Oh yes.
And then just have
Yes.
an SF guy on a
We
spear
already
with
have
a
the
giant-
logo. You already have the picture, Dave.
I mean, whether you SF guys go wear body armor or not over there, you know, that shit went through his armor like it impaled him. So that's
Yeah,
a
of course
big ass
it did.
fucking spear, bro.
Yeah,
No,
maybe
they wear
even
their
a
armor.
tie.
They just take off their helmets.
And then he
put
came out
bandanas
to apparently grab the
I never
spear
wore it.
to use it on the
Yeah.
next soldier. So that motherfucker was ready to rock and roll. He was pretty savage. But anyway, we're done with the Kandahar Giant.
I mean, by definition.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Anywho.
so today I just want to talk about. So I don't know if it's just coming back out there or what, but people have been talking about like Black Rifle Coffee and their guy that like said something Democrat, like he was like he posted and they gave money to like the Democrats or some Democrat.
Yeah, Beto.
Yeah. I really don't know. Don't really care, to be honest with you. And then there's another guy that I guess got sponsored. Or Dave, what was that guy's name? The dude, the YouTuber that got sponsored.
Sears, right? Sears or something?
Sears or something like that. Anyway, he got sponsored.
That dude's
he
funny as
said
fuck,
something-
by the way. Yeah.
He said something nice about Black Rifle Coffee. And let me just put this out. I don't have any skin in the Black Rifle Coffee game. I don't drink Black Rifle Coffee because I like Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
I don't drink coffee,
Fuck it.
period.
If they make a Dunkin' Donuts brand of Black Rifle Coffee, then I'll drink it. I don't care. It's a veteran-owned business. But the thing that kind of triggered me
Facts.
talking to Dave was that like it seems like veterans get this weird like what the fuck is a vet? Like, what is a veteran? Like, is it a conservative? Is it a liberal? Is it an independent? Is it a straight guy, a gay guy, a black guy, a white like a white chick?
It's whatever you fucking want, buddy.
The answer is yes. To all
Yeah,
of
well,
them.
the answer is that we recruit from all over the country and all
Men don't
realms
have
of
babies.
life, by all walks of life. Like, a veteran is just somebody that wrote the same fucking check that you wrote that said that they would do what the country asked them to do for X amount of time. So who the fuck wrote these dudes that have decided that they are the standard bearer for thought for all veterans and that all of them should be conservative or grow
Thank you.
beards or be straight or do like who the fuck
Great
wrote
point, buddy.
the command orders for these fucking dudes who
Called
think that they can
disenfranchising everyone else.
well, they play this identity politics game that's ruined every other fucking organization or every other race of people that played the identity politics game. Like, out of all of the groups, whether you're African American, Asian, white, male, female, binary, non-binary, what the fuck ever, there's one group of people who have paid the actual price to be able to have a fucking opinion and for that opinion to be respected, especially by the people within that group. And that's the veteran community. So you fucking dickheads who, like, just because a veteran is a Democrat, well, you're not a real veteran. Like, you must have been a cook or a mechanic. Who gives a fuck what they did?
Amen.
They did what the fuck the Army or the Navy or we even have fucking Air Force veterans.
No, we don't. I'm not. Nope.
I thought you were going to say Coast Guard.
I mean,
they're Homeland Security.
Holy shit! I guess they're kind of veterans.
I
mean,
Space Force.
Well,
maybe
they get to have way more fun than all the other branches.
Hashtag Chair Force.
No.
But at
Coast
the
Guard
end of
does
the day,
wild shit.
if you're one of these fucking douche nozzles that decides that because somebody's fucking idea doesn't 100% align with your own fucking thinking, and then you're going to throw the veteran card, like, you're not even a real vet, or I can't believe they sold out. They're trying to make, like, they run a goddamn business. They run a business that fucking hires vets. They run that gives people a living wage to work at a coffee shop or to pack coffee beans or to fucking make posts or to do whatever, and they go out of their way to hire people from the veteran community. And you, because you're upset that they think that this politician's fucking policy is a good idea, now you're going to throw their fucking veteranhood into fucking question, and whether they sold out or they didn't, go fuck yourself.
Those are the same people that get mad at cancel culture too. It's like, but what are you just doing?
Oh yeah, they're the ones. Right. They're always the ones like, oh, you fucking snowflakes and fucking this, that, and the other. But you are a fucking, like, in real life and in the world, you're a fucking snowflake. Like, you don't think that this guy is allowed to think that other dudes should be able to marry each other because you're a fucking. Because I was combat arms. I grew a beard when I got out. Now I shoot guns sometimes on the weekends. So, I know everything. I eat raw meat. I eat basically my fucking whole diet is buffalo testicles, and that's it. Like, I'm a real veteran. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, get a goddamn life. Anyway, that's
that's good, buddy.
My soapbox for today is like, if you're gonna be a vet, fucking be a vet, but let other people have their opinions.
Dude, vets are the worst at supporting each other. Like, we have a lot of great organizations, a lot of people that have come on here that are doing great things, and we all support each other. But then you got several ones, man, all they care about is themselves, man. And it's just like, and they hate on you, you shouldn't drink coffee. Like Nick always says it, buy coffee from every fucking vet coffee maker. Drink all their coffee. Buy all their shirts from everybody. Like, we need to support each other and uplift each other.
Yeah,
or don't. Yes.
Either way, shut the fuck up. It's not like if you do buy coffee from them that you're a bad person.
Yep.
You're not a bad. Buy what coffee you fucking like. If that coffee, if you have a coffee that you like that Black Rifle Coffee makes, awesome. If you have a coffee that you like that Shooter Company makes, fucking
straight Shooter coffee, yeah.
If you like motherfucking Dunkin' Donuts, homie, get that Dunkin' Donuts.
Drink fucking Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah.
That bone roast at motherfucking Sam's Club is fucking baller. Get that
we got Carrie Beavers coming on the show in a couple weeks, and her coffee line, Soldier Girl Coffee, just got into like Walmart, freaking some other places.
Congratulations, that's badass, man.
But you look at some of the comments on the thread, it's like they're the exact people that Buddy are talking about. And it's like
so sad, man. Like,
why are you not happy for her?
Yeah. Why do we not uplift each other?
Yeah. Just shut the fuck up if you're not happy for her.
It seems like they're mad that other people are doing something.
That's exactly what it is, buddy.
And they're sitting at home at their house and they're not actively doing something because they don't have the amount of self-confidence it takes to take a risk and do something.
Mm-hmm.
And so because they haven't done that or they won't do that,
they're gonna hate on everybody else.
You know what? We can always look back at like an infantry platoon, right? There's always like a couple guys that were fucking busting their ass, and there were a couple dudes that fucking were sitting back in the background, and all they did was talk shit about those guys that were training. Like, oh, look at this fucking chief here.
Yeah.
Fucking
douchebag with the Ranger School. So cool.
Try to suck dick. That's what he's doing. Well, it's too political to be a fucking E5. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get out. The politics of the platoon are too fucking hard for me to fucking navigate.
The ones that always talk the most shit about the army are always the ones that are getting kicked out. You know.
You're literally the dude that like fucking.
I was in the army. Well, what? Oh, sweet.
Thing.
Fucking
Like,
army's stupid. It's bullshit. What did you do? I got kicked out.
Yeah, you're the same motherfucker. I gotta send a like special fucking invitation to get you to volunteer to do fucking a detail or some shit.
Yep.
Because
Dave,
I'm not volunteering for
everybody
anything.
does that when they're getting kicked out of the goddamn military.
You're damn right. You're damn right.
It's not just the army. I've seen so many goddamn Navy guys get cranky because it's the Navy's fault. No, you didn't do what you were told.
Right,
Yep.
Boats. On top of that, to caveat off of you,
It'll behoove everybody to listen.
everybody to listen. You know, it's the generals bother me a lot too when they get out and they talk about things that are wrong with the army. It's like, dude, you were
What
in
was your
charge of it.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
your policies.
gonna
Like
say that.
you're the ones that could have stopped it. You know, I got kicked out of a meeting one time by the sergeant major when they were talking about getting back to the basics, and I go, "Oh, so you guys are all going to stay in longer to make sure you unfuck your fuck ups?"
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, "Get out!" I was like, "All right, see ya." Like I'm like
Somebody else's problem now.
just like I guess us GWAT babies can't do shit. We'll have to wait for you guys to fucking show us the way again. You know, it's like because I mean you were in charge of it, so if it went bad, it was your fucking fault. And like I said on the fight show today, you know, something like what Buddy just said, and you know, we had our guest last week was somebody who sells apparel, right? Buy his shit. We don't care. We want you to.
Shout out to Chummy Vet. Right?
And then we have we have our last post that went viral was about the difference between Air Force housing and Army housing. And this guy messaged us because these are the people that are terrified because of the people Buddy's talking about. So this Air Force veteran says, "I would join, but I'm an Air Force veteran." And we're like, yeah, join. It's veteran trash talk.
Yeah.
Like,
and we make fun of the army too all the time.
Yeah,
Like
and
we
it's
did
like-
one post about Air Force.
But no, you could tell that this guy has probably had run-ins with some Army and Marine
Shitty,
dudes
man.
or whatever. And like I guess I'm not really a veteran because I'm not in the Army or Marines. And it's like, here we go. We got 2 Navy guys on today, right? And it's like, obviously, if you ask us, do we believe in the Navy? We're probably gonna, if we're in private, I'll say no. On the air, yes, they are true war heroes and veterans, and we love them. And we support.
So Air
them.
Force, you're allowed to join our community.
Force, you can
we let
join our
civilians in too. No, I'm just kidding. Air Force, we want you part of our
Boats.
community. All right.
Yeah. But hey, Boats is a
I
Navy
quit.
guy.
I fucking quit.
Yeah. Boats is
I'm
a
outta here.
Navy guy, and he's been a guest on our show twice. The first time he was on our show, he was somewhere like in Mexico with terrible internet. We don't know what happened.
I was actually in Prescott.
I think you were drinking a natural ice or something. I don't know.
Natty Ice.
But it didn't work out. Then we brought him on again. But now we're here again because he's doing some stuff, and he just wants to give some shout outs to some things and talk about some stuff and be a part of the brotherhood that it is, the veteran trash talk. So Boats, welcome.
Thank you. I am drinking something better now.
There you go.
My blackened.
Is it
It's
better?
not
known?
10th
Is it
Mountain.
not
You
thrown
shouldn't
away?
drink that.
All right.
If you're not
Yeah,
drinking
you
10th
ruined it.
Mountain, don't drink anything else. Okay.
You ruined
All
it.
right.
Unless it's the 82nd show, and then you can drink the 82nd bourbon.
Okay. But there's since the last time I was on, there's been a major life happening in my life.
Yeah.
My wife was 2 years ago was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer. On December 26th, she passed away. And
Shout out to Beth Boats. Shout out to Beth. Yeah.
oh yeah, here's my mamacita. Oops, there we go. There we go. My mamacita. She was a freaking amazing woman. Freaking fighting this shit for 2 years, raising 17-year-old girls that are fucking getting ready to graduate high school. But during that time frame, that the last 6 months or so, I had been taking photographs. I've been not partnering with, but I got a good friend of mine His name is Bob Carey, and he photographs himself in a tutu. He's a Phoenician. He now lives up in New York City. Freaking amazing photographer. The Tutu Project is awesome. Linda, his wife, also is a breast cancer survivor. She's been battling metastatic breast cancer for 15 years. And Beth's best friend in the world, Yvette, who had been
You're good, brother. You're
Take your
good,
time,
my
bro.
man. Yep.
she she's been living in Flagstaff for about 2 years now, and every other weekend she'd come down for a week, come down for 2 weeks, go home, come back, and she was instrumental in keeping me sane and everything, and keeping Beth going and everything. And I started doing my own Tutu project, if you would. Last show, they showed a few of the photos. I got a few more. I got, right now I'm getting ready to, I got to be out in Scottsdale, Arizona here at 4 o'clock for another Tutu photo shoot. I'm going to a farm out there that does equine therapy, and gonna take my cowboy hat, my boots, and my pink tutu, and that's it. I'm gonna go take me
Hell
some
yeah.
photos.
How do people
Yeah.
go support the Pink Tutu Project?
Yep.
I personally have started. You know how Facebook does their birthday fundraisers? On my Facebook page, Christopher Boats Oceana, I have a link right now. I started it on, I think it was Wednesday morning, and as of for a $200
Limit or whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
and it's already at $675 or $625, $650, excuse me. But it's called the Tutu Project for the Carey Foundation. Go up on my Facebook page, Christopher Boats Oceana. There's a link. I mean, there's it's pinned to the top. So if you can see that.
I wonder if we can share your thing on our page. We'll have to look into that. Yeah. I think Nick's probably already 10 steps ahead of me on this one right now.
You can't see it.
Yeah.
But it you can't miss it. I'm trying to raise money in honor of Beth for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
On Monday, of course. That's when I'm gonna finally post the photo that I take today, and as well as our anniversary / my birthday. Our anniversary is Friday. My birthday is Friday. We would have been married 22 years. Which also brings me to a huger piece with the Tutu Project, or excuse me, with my PTSD project. I have a greater understanding of watching somebody die. My Beth was on hospice for the last 3 days in home. So over between the 23rd of December and the 26th, I was in and out of her room, sitting with her, talking with her, and basically watching her pass away. So when it comes to my PTSD project, and when one of my brothers or sisters say they saw them their buddy pass away, whether it be in their arms or right there next to them or whatnot, I can actually say I understand and I know what they're going through, because this is one of the shittiest things I've had to deal with. So
Thank you, Boats.
Sorry.
No,
dude.
Boats, we appreciate you coming on. And again, Boats has, been a friend and a partner of ours since the beginning. And, he understands, just like we do, that this is our own therapy. We do this every Saturday. And, I like it so much, I found a way to do it like 3 times a week, just so that I can get out with my buddies in some form, right? Talk some shit with each other and, get that camaraderie going again. But what Boats just showed everybody is like, it doesn't do any good to bottle it up, right? It might, you got to grieve for a little bit, stay to yourself. That's fine. But you got to come out and you got to talk about it. You got to get your demons out. Because, maybe might not even be a demon. It could even just be, a great memory. Share it. Share it and let other people enjoy it, and then grieve with you. Otherwise, you bottle it all up. I can't say trust the science on this, but, we don't know too many success stories, especially from the World War II population where they bottled everything up and didn't say anything. Because as we have shown, they killed themselves at the same amount as
shell shock back then is what they called it, right? Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? I do
that was
don't
World
mean
War
to
I.
interrupt, but I do have to, and I wish Joe was here today. That he called me 3 or 4 times out of the blue. The first 2 weeks that I had been dealing with the loss of her, and it was it was amazing for you guys to reach out to me for that. And I cannot thank you guys enough. I really can't.
Of
Same
course,
with you, Dave.
brother. Yeah, that's what we do, though, and we're real, man. We're real just like everybody else. We don't do it for the fucking views, all that shit,
Yeah.
And I see you at work every day, man. And it's just like, I salute you, man. Like you've been a warrior through all this shit, I mean, I remember everything leading up to it actually happening, which I didn't think was going to happen. And then I got the word. And then like, even now still showing up for work and doing your thing. It's like, whew, it's a lot to take in, brother. So hats off to you, man. And we're always here for you, man.
I remember when people didn't go to college because Trump got elected, right? Like Harvard gave him like 2 days off, and it was like
That's the real Harvard, not the Harvard of the South.
Not the Harvard of the Southeast, Austin P.
Austin P was still in class.
Yeah, I mean the Yale, the Southwest, the UTEP was still in class too. So they made you go. Both say thanks for sharing some of that with us and the beautiful.
Go to your Facebook page and we'll see if we can share it. I think
it's on our page already, Dave.
All right, awesome.
So
it'd be amazing. And I saw somebody just donated, and I fucking
well, thanks to our viewers.
Again, our viewers that watch all the time, they know. So if you're watching for the first time, all right, welcome. And I hope the VFW is watching, because I actually was on a phone call with them yesterday, and it was interesting to where he didn't get it. He didn't get what we do, and it was frustrating to try to explain it to him, where it almost was like he was hoping we're doing like a co-branding or co-op with each other. And I was like, no, Buddy and I don't need to be promoted by you. Like, it's exactly the opposite. Like literally just use us as weapons to promote you. And it's like, that's what we're going to do. Like, and whether or not we make money on this, cool. But we literally don't care. Right. We just want to build people up. We want to go forward. And like, we talked about before, and we'll get into Chappy here in a second, is Broken Jarhead on the Stone Vet Show said that there's over 55,000 nonprofits, veteran nonprofits, 55,000.
Crazy,
right? Like, it's cool that there's that many, but
how many of those are effective though?
Yeah, what are we doing? All right, and it's like, again, until we all get together and realize that we all, at some point in time, will serve a purpose in the fight for veterans to, be more successful. Then, and like Buddy, this leads right after what Buddy says. If you're just going to trash one veteran organization and support another,
It's like, just shut up about the one you don't like and support the hell out of the one you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
Exactly.
like, you know, when people were bashing Wounded Warrior Project, yeah, I got it. Like, yeah, their front office was terrible. Right. And then they got rid of them. But let's not trash the whole mission. Let's not trash what they were all about. I just went to Top Golf yesterday and met awesome people with Wounded Warrior Project. Like,
I'm not trashing Wounded Warrior at all. The Wounded Warrior Project's the one that just did my VA claim for me. Like
the
I
VFW will do that too, and nobody knows it. Like,
the VFW will do it. The Disabled American Veterans will do it. All those people will do your claim, and that's like it's like you could do it yourself, just like you can clear the Army yourself if you want to do that. And not ask anybody any questions, but you don't do that every day. They do it every single day, 10 times a day. They know what they're doing. Why would you not allow somebody to help you do something that means that much that you're only gonna do once?
Have you guys ever been to Top Golf?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know how that place is expensive. Right? It's like $50 to hit like 8 golf balls in a half hour, and then a drink is like $20, and then four of their awesome macaroni bites. Top Golf, you better sponsor us. All right, 4 of their macaroni bites, you know, is like $12, and they're the size of a tater tot from whatever, you know. But Wounded Warrior Project paid for 4 bays, all the food, you know, for 2.5 hours. And like I said, I got to meet a couple guys from the little area, and they had awesome wives, and we exchanged numbers, and the community grows.
Yeah, right? Exchanged numbers with their wives?
No, I did not. My wife did.
That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, I could have identified as something different yesterday, so you never know what was really my true motivation. But, that's not up to me to decide.
I'm single now, so
yeah,
I'm looking. You know,
quick rebound, folks. Hey, make sure we send boats that don't marry a stripper shirt right away. Like, hey, just wear that. So
that one's on us, boats. I'll send you one later.
She might be fun. She might be fun and a good rebound, but like it's time to move on.
Yeah, you better.
So this is a perfect segue into another Navy veteran. All right,
there we go.
I'm glad he brought up a little, context before about the difference between religion and spirituality, and to go with like what Buddy was saying, and then even what Boats was saying, and all that stuff is, if you're not helping people, okay, if what you're doing is not productive, then here, in Veteran Trash Talk, we really don't care. Right. Like, that's why we don't get into politics. We don't get into a lot of that stuff, because is it productive? Maybe, but not here. Right. So, like he was going to mention, Chappy will talk about being outside. Right. And people call it finding their zen. Right. And like being in your happy places. Happy Gilmore would do it so he can make his putt. It's like, go to your happy place. If that happy place is a chicken lingerie with 2 pitchers of beer, and your grandma winning slot machines, then that's what it is. All right. Like, go find your zen. All right, and go be happy. So Chappy is with the Arizona Trail Association, specifically with the AZ Vets, right? Arizona Vets. Did I say
Arizona
that right?
Trail Vets.
Arizona Trail Vets.
AZT Vets.
Yes, sir.
And so, hey, welcome to the show, Chappy. Talk about your service a little bit, how you took pictures of cool guys in F-18s, and then and explain, how you told people you were a pilot. I got it.
I did not tell. Well, maybe I did. If I was,
this is me in the F-18.
Let's all admit it.
You've done it.
Never mind. You guys hurt.
It's okay.
That's a good story. I turned 21 in the service, so I think I did pose as a pilot on my 21st. But
you're a Navy SEAL, right? Every Navy retired Navy guy was a SEAL.
Had the trident and everything. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah,
I was actually a pilot SEAL.
Yeah, I was a pilot SEAL. Yeah, I was the first.
Some stolen valor shit right there, huh?
Yep. Okay, gotta go.
There's always that running joke. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Chappy. Talk about your service. Talk about what you got going on, and talk about why being outdoors is important and what we can do to help.
Love it. I wanna first just honor Boats for that beautiful segment on his pain. Yeah, that's hard to do. And that kind of really good, segues into what I'll discuss about what I'm doing. But thank you for Trash Talk for having me. Thank you, Nick, for reaching out and for accepting me into this community. But
good job, Nick.
Yeah, thank you, Nick.
We don't say thank you to him enough. He got upset
Also,
about the pre-show. I'm just making sure. Don't get triggered.
I flawed
needs
myself
pass on
after every show because I don't think I did well enough.
As well,
Nobody
you
ever
should.
says good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Nick.
But I also wanted to shout
Love you,
out
brother.
to Rico Pareda.
Rico.
Yeah, he's a supporter of our program, and we actually met that way as well. He's a huge advocate for Weed for Warriors, and believe the Veteran Action Council, all trying to get cannabis into the hands of
Those guys are wild
veterans. Yeah, I know, right? So, but that's how Nick and I were able to connect, and I really wanted to thank him for that as well. But yeah, so Navy vet, got out in 2004. I worked as a photographer's mate, as a aerial reconnaissance photographer, so F-14s and F-18s.
Chappy?
Yes. Yep.
So I'm in,
Here we go.
I'm in the Army. I'm just trying to find out, does that just mean that you were friends with the aerial photographer? You're like his mate? Like,
mate?
Well, buddy, if you give me a second to tell you.
We don't at the dumpster fire. We don't.
Hey, this is my photographer.
Let me break it down Barney style.
That's what he's about to do, is break it down Barney style. Okay?
Ready? So I don't claim to be a pilot. What I did, very basic. I'm old enough to make myself feel older. I was around when digital photography was just on the cusp. So I was dealing with, I actually went to school for basic still photography. So still using chemicals, negatives, processing, DINFOS in Fort Meade, Maryland, all the Defense Information School. So all the journalists, cryptologists, and photographers all congregated there to learn. And what I did was upload film to it's called TARPS, or was called TARPS, the Tactical Air Reconnaissance Pod System, which went into SHARPS, which was like the digital version of that. And we uploaded like an ordnance style pod underneath the F-14 and F-18 to basically allow the Rio of an F-14 to take photos mosaic style of any target. I also worked on the lantern system, which was like when, FLIR was just coming out as well. So
are you the reason why Owen Wilson's plane got shot down behind enemy lines?
Here we go. Yes, I am.
Is it because the camera was wrong?
I can confirm nor deny.
Okay.
Yeah,
because the whole movie was based on getting the film from that camera.
Yeah, from the backseat of his, the ejection seat.
Is that where it is? Is that where the CD-ROM is?
No, it's not where it fucking is.
Can you talk about it?
Let him talk about it.
No, I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it.
Oh.
No, it's secret. No, I've been out long enough that it's probably all this technology is outdated at this point. But glorified mechanic is what I was. I uploaded film, downloaded film, processed the film, and then sometimes had the shitty task of explaining the film to those up higher than myself. So, but I did that for close to 3 years. Did 2 tours on the USS Constellation. I was there for shock and awe. I was on my way back from my first deployment during 9/11 was happening. We were doing a Tiger cruise, which is when friends and family can fly out to Hawaii and then come on board the Carrier Air Wing Group and then sail back to San Diego to Coronado. My father was with me, and he's an Army guy, was an Army guy, and he was ready to re-enlist right then and there. He was like, I don't give a shit what give me something to do. I'll go to the fucking kitchens. So it was a pretty emotional time, and obviously it made things a lot different for those of us that were enlisted during that time. So in a nutshell, that was my time in the service.
What's it like out at sea as a seaman?
Boats,
right? Boats. Why are you laughing, man?
People have such dirty minds that when I try to tell them we got a bunch of seamen on the show, and it's like everybody's like, "What do you?"
I want to
did you guys ever get on the deck of the aircraft?
Yeah, like when we were out, that's like
play football or whatever, and then you get tackled by
or you like jump in.
I'm covered in
no.
semen.
No, like, I've
gotta
seen
stop
like
with this
serious.
behind
I've seen
enemy
these like
lines bullshit. It's not the way it
The
was.
semen
Yeah,
pile.
no.
no, because I saw like some awesome videos where they're in the middle of the sea and they put these nets out and then you guys are like jumping off these ships, you know, into the water and it's just like a huge big party. It looks like a lot of fun. So
when you
serious question.
Well, so when you cross the equator,
it's a semen tackle.
the shell boats, are you a shellback?
Yes, I am.
So we could talk about being a shellback. I was a golden shellback, so I crossed the equator along with the international date line. So during that bullshit, getting, all kinds of shit.
Buddy went on a date with a
figuratively. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Talked about our last episode, but back to you.
But there is some jumping into the ocean after you are dirty as fuck, and really amazing experience to do that, and with the traditions involved with that. But yes, I worked on the flight line.
Just don't want to do it.
But for everybody else below, are they allowed to go up on deck?
No, negative. No.
That's fucking fuck that. I'm claustrophobic. I wouldn't like that for like
at the time
5-6 months at a time.
You're only claustrophobic because you said so.
That's a psych. We could break that down psychologically.
That's a whole nother podcast,
but,
Nick.
Yeah.
You
can't go up on deck.
I'm afraid of bees, but I'll the shit out of one.
Oh, I mean, there's a lot of conspiracies in the ocean. Did you see UFOs? Did you see anything in the sky?
How about the Bermuda Triangle, dude? You know what I mean? Like that's
it's like a Bermuda.
And then mermaids.
Out of me as a kid.
Chappy, but that's only during flight ops, right? They can't go up on deck.
They can go up deck when they open it up, but but I mean that was before 9/11. You know what I mean? Like now, if you don't fucking belong up there or your job is not up there, don't go up there.
So were you part of the 7th Fleet that was doing all the brothel runs and stuff like that?
No, but the chat says, dude, I was in the 15th MEU when you were over there. I'm a golden shellback too. All right.
Yeah.
So
you guys are practically related.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
But I don't even know. I keep losing my train of thought, but one of my favorite. No, it's all good. I know it's dumpster fire. I love it.
About semen. You got all.
I know.
And all excited as soon as you said it.
At least we were subsailors.
Because they were his brothers, Dave. They were his brothers. That's why you got excited.
Exactly.
Okay, the other seamen were his brothers.
As long as we ain't freaking subsailors or bubbleheads, we're good.
Yep.
Hey,
they're the ones
shout out
that
to Ledge. She was on a submarine. Shout out to Ledge.
USMC Bravo 11. Okay.
That does bring up another question, Boats.
Yeah.
Is every sandwich that you eat in the submarine a sub sandwich? Like, does it matter,
buddy? Jesus.
I don't know. I've never been.
That was a dad joke.
That was a terrible dad joke.
There's no such thing as a terrible dad joke.
There's no such thing as a terrible.
No such thing as a terrible.
I guess they're all terrible.
Yeah, you have to try to get as bad as they can. Like the worse it is, the better it is. That makes sense.
It does. I have a daughter, so I absolutely know exactly what that means. So thank you for bringing your A game there, buddy.
Stacy Sexton says, "Good luck on staying on topic with this group." That's what
exactly. Yeah, this is nuts. Boats, thanks for bringing the emotional content because I don't think I'm going to be able to follow that up. So I'm just.
Well, that's why we have to bring. It is always tough because some of us have our personalities, and Joe comes on and starts reads you like a 6-page manifesto about why his life is tragic and whatever, and then I'm sitting here just fucking razzing him the whole time, and it's like be nice to the guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, stop.
Yeah.
No,
I can't
do it. I can't be nice to him. Yeah.
Can't do it.
So, but Chappy, and I'm glad Buddy brought this up when he said Chappy Sinclair, because I actually said that on the fight show. I said not Chappy from Iron Eagle. All right.
But it would be so much cooler.
Happy.
So I would be so much cooler
if you were Lou Gossett Jr. We would have a lot more fun.
Oh my God,
you're not. So tell us. So tell us why you're not Lou Gossett Jr. and then talk about Arizona trail mix.
Well, other than the obvious, other than I actually do have a brother named.
So why aren't you Lou Gossett Jr.?
Yeah,
I think the obvious part is that he has hair.
Yeah.
That's
the obvious part.
That's the obvious one. My brother's name is
Dave has no idea what we're talking about. This movie did not get released in Germany.
It didn't come out Germany. It didn't come out in Germany with Italian subtitles.
You're dealing with Doug Masters, okay?
So not Lou Gossett Jr. It's a great movie, though.
It is. I'm gonna go
It's a
watch
great
it.
movie. Why?
I made my kid watch it the other day.
Oh my God! Did they like it?
Oh yeah.
I mean, what else is it? A senior in high school get to go shoot down an ace? Like,
right?
You know, it's like
right.
Once.
It's like, hey, this
That's
is Colonel
up there with
Nikhil. This is
Top Gun.
Colonel Nikhil Nikesh, right? You know, and then he's like, yeah, well, I'm Doug Masters. Oh, okay. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh crap.
here we go.
You're gonna deal with Doug Masters, Ramside High School. Do that.
Flying in a simulator for years.
Yeah, I got more simulator time than every one of these pilots. All right. Like you play video games. Cool story, dude.
Cool.
So
awesome.
If you can't fly an F-16 to blow off steam, how do you get to the Arizona Trail Organization?
Oh my God, what a great segue to that.
What I do is where we were.
Yeah,
I mean, I looked at the website, Chappy, and basically working with the Arizona Trail thing is a lot like being Doug Masters.
Yeah,
I don't know how that works.
Turns out you just walk around outside for a long period of time.
Yeah,
I mean,
not quite sure why
it's
that's
not
fun.
just the hiking. All right, let's get to the feel good piece here. So, as you guys have already alluded to, there's so many amazing nonprofits out there that focus on, health, whether it's mental health or physical health for our veteran community. And what my goal with the Arizona Trail Association is to bring a sense of community and camaraderie while playing in the dirt with one another. Because what we're doing out there is we're actually building sometimes new trail, new connections out there. And then I don't know of a lot of people that don't recreate outdoors in some way, shape, or form, whether that's, we talked about this briefly, Nick, yesterday about hunting and fishing. There's a lot of great veteran nonprofits that tackle that. I believe you had a gentleman on.
Will Cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Hunting. Love that episode. And it resonated because there are a lot of ways, a lot of outlets out there that allow us to connect, and reconnect with our past selves while finding new purpose and finding, new connections with one another that have served. So that's really, I'm just there to witness that. I give them a purpose, a mission, if you will, and then a kick-ass time. I give them the experience of being outside. And then at the end of the day, we have a shared experience. And then we have a great meal, great fire, and those that are of drinking age, and for anything of that matter.
Well, it's Arizona. You can
cannabis is legal, right?
There.
So
yeah,
but we have, we use that as a way to, bring down those walls and have those conversations. And I have some experience with facilitating. So I honor those like boats that are able to connect with the vulnerability of emotion, and then, hopefully be able to, hold that space for them as long as possible, and then invite others to do so as well. And then we all realize that, boats work is my work, is our work. So
you know what, Chappy, that does. I'm sorry. I want to interject with you. You
Please.
being a photographer, me being a photographer, I do like getting out there
and goldbacks or whatever,
golden shellback,
shellbacks,
and
don't
seaman.
forget that, and seaman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm a purple shellback. So.
Yeah.
Oh
You're a green shellback.
I like going
fucking
out.
shit shellback.
There's a trail west of Surprise and Goodyear,
Surprise
down in Goodyear. There's a trail, the Eagle Mountain Preserve out there. They got petroglyphs and all that. Dude, that would be. We definitely need to hook up and get a hike
Would love to.
together.
Yeah, because you're in Tucson, right?
I am in Tucson, and the Arizona Trail, just to kind of briefly touch on that, if those aren't familiar with, some of your viewers or listeners aren't familiar with the Arizona Trail, it is one of 11 nationally registered scenic trails in our country. So this means the designation allows us to hold ourselves to a higher standard as far as the experience that all of our trail users have. So we, from the way that we actually hold volunteering events, like what I do and what the organization does, to the stewards, the beautiful stewards and volunteers that help maintain all of those 800 plus miles, give us I think a stronger sense of community, just that on its own. So just to add the veteran aspect to it, I have a wonderful platform that has already been pre-built for what I do, and it seems to be resonating pretty well. With,
how do people get to it and like donate to it and all that stuff?
Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome.
So we have, of course, you can donate through the website, which is aztrail.org. You can find us under the Get Involved tab. It's Arizona Trail, or excuse me, it's VETS program. VETS, we love veterans. We love our acronyms. VETS stands for Veteran Engagement and Trail Stewardship. If those that aren't comfortable with monetary donations, we do actually have a physical wish list that's also under that Get Involved tab, which our veteran program has its own, requirements of materials that we need, tools, camping equipment, so on and so forth. We're actually trying to get donations to get a new truck because we only have actually 2 vehicles.
Buddy has a lot of lifted trucks if you need one.
Yeah, buddy, please donate your truck to the Arizona Trail Association.
Hold on.
Buddy.
Wait. Oh, thanks, buddy. Sure, I'll get in touch with you after.
Dude, you're awesome.
Just don't mention it.
And then beyond how to support us, I want the viewers and the listeners to know that no matter where they live in the country, if they find themselves in Arizona, they have a place here. And I think it was either Buddy or Boats talking about, might even been you, Nick, about qualifying. It was you, Nick, about qualifying your service.
If it was intelligent, it was probably me.
Yeah. Well, you keep drinking that whiskey and we'll see how this goes.
Oh, trust me, I get smarter.
Yeah, I bet.
Watch our fifth principle of patrolling podcast. I am not sober.
I will.
Yeah.
So we have 6 branches, right? And I have every intention to host every single branch on the trail. Young, old. My co-leader, his name is Mark Flint, comes with decades of trail design and volunteering and stewardship experience, and he's a Vietnam vet. And we have OIF vets like myself. We have Korean War vets. We have Iraq, Afghanistan, you name it. And actually a couple of active duty, because in the way that I look at it is at some point they're going to become veterans. So might as well get them now, because the more folks I can introduce to the trail and to being stewards of this trail and just being stewards of nature, I'm doing my job.
And that's a great point for everybody that's watching. Does this happen on a weekly basis? Is this an event that is hosted once a month? For anybody that's looking to sign up, obviously and you mentioned the chapters and stuff, but go ahead, Nick.
Is it possible to get a dumpster for your fire? Like to actually have a dumpster fire on your end of the day thing?
So,
I said you have a fire at the end of the day? A big fire?
Like to actually create a dumpster?
Actually have a dumpster to have the fire around.
I think if you can make it a little bit more miniature,
that's your job.
My job.
Yeah, you run the trail.
You're the dumpster fire, trademark guy.
We gave you the logo. You just got to build it.
I don't have your logo yet. So if I have your permission to build something and fabric, that would be kind of cool to combine our forces out there for sure. But so Dave,
mine was better than yours, Nick.
Yeah.
There
You're just too bright.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can move out the way here. That's our logo.
I like it.
Thanks, man. So we don't host every week. It would be nearly impossible to do that. However, as far as like larger events, we're doing one a month, and that can vary from the next one is in February 24th to 27th down here in a town called Patagonia. And
isn't that a sweatshirt company?
Yep, Patagucci. You're mistaking the two. But Patagonia is a beautiful, picturesque town that has obviously the trail running through there, and we're allocated a brand new reroute just for veterans. So we've been working on about a mile of trail, and we're about a quarter of the way through right now. It's a beautiful area to come out and play in the dirt, camp out. But we have events going all the way scheduled out till June, one a month for trails. But I'm also collaborating with Team Red, White, and Blue.
That's working together, buddy.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Working
Collab.
together.
I'm waiting. I have a question. I'm just waiting.
Well, I thought you fell asleep. I thought you were taking Joe's place.
Oh yeah, hey buddy.
Yeah. No, that would have been last night. Anyway, go ahead. I took Joe's place last night. We'll talk about it after the show.
Yeah. Can't do it on record.
So we don't collab. Is that what you're alluding to? That we don't like that term?
No. I just wanted to explain it to him.
He thought that I
He's
was
making fun of Buddy.
Because he's from the south. He's from the south, so he said he calls it a get together.
Just working together.
Yeah.
A hangout. We just hanging out.
A hoot. It's a hoot.
Y'all want to come down on the trail with me? And build
Yeah.
some trails?
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. We're just trying to help out. It's not a big deal.
Not a huge deal, Chappy. I'm divorced, so sometimes
because he could he married somebody from the north.
I understand.
And you might have been getting ready to hit on that, Chappy.
He's like, "Are you even paying attention?" I'm like, yeah, dude, I got it. Collaborate. Get together.
How many people are
Buddy
part
got
of
it. Buddy got it.
How many people are part of these events? So somebody signs up and they want to be a part of it. How many people can you guys host?
I always trust Dave to get back to the point.
Not exactly. It's a good segue into COVID, but we have to abide by what the land manager of that area.
What's the rule outdoors for you guys?
I heard COVID loves Arizona trails.
Yeah,
it's kind of counterintuitive because being outside kind of eliminates the need for any sort of distance or masks or whatever. But right now, being a federal agency, most of them are run federally. 12 is the maximum that we.
That's 13.
But no, it's actually 15 because I don't count Mark, my co-lead, as a volunteer, even though he is, because he is more
defeated the science where you could actually go up to 14.
I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot real quick. No one's actually come out there to count, and hopefully they never will. But we don't try and push that boundary either.
That's happening now after this show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. I just did.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot out there for sure. We'll have to talk after the show.
I would love that.
Yeah,
you're gonna shoot out there some seamen.
Hey,
yeah.
Oh my God!
What?
I've hiked Seven Falls twice, which is out there in Tucson.
It is,
and it's beautiful. Seven Falls is beautiful.
Would it be 14?
Does that mean that you're a golden shellback?
Are you a golden shellback?
If you've been there twice?
No, dude, buddy, you're on fire.
He'd be a blue shellback.
Chappy, I got a question.
He didn't eat the cherry out of the baby's belly.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Glad
is that a Navy thing?
All right.
It is a Navy thing.
He didn't run through the trash chute.
What baby do you eat out of?
What?
Big baby.
What are we?
I don't even know what's going
cherry
on.
out of the baby's
Bo says you have to
belly.
eat a cherry out of the baby's belly.
It's letting you know that there are things that they know, that they're in the Navy that we don't know. That these are inside jokes, Nick. They're inside jokes that we're not
trying to figure out what it means.
I want to figure out who the fuck is talking so I can listen. I can't even hear anything. I'm gonna get another beer here. I think I'm gonna need another beer for the rest of this.
Chappy.
I just bring bottles of booze up for this. That's what I do. It's the only way to get through it.
Hey, you guys had this one? This is
shout out to 10th Mountain Whiskey, 10
looks like it's your logo.
Discount.
Yeah,
right.
But
it's a conspiracy beer. It's not even there.
So anyway, if any of you get anything out of this, I want to see y'all on the trail with me at some point.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Chappy, I got a real question. So,
ours were fake.
Is there an opportunity? Well, yours are.
Okay,
is there an opportunity, like say a group of like 5 or 6 guys that like know about the Arizona Trail Association and want to come out there and do work on like
DJ Rico,
like, pick up trash or do whatever, and they want to like spend a weekend together, like hiking the trail and like picking up, doing little stuff, like little tasks that you need to get done. Can they get with you as a group and like, you know, are there places where they can like get horses or bikes or whatever so they can?
Here we go. So
more ground.
Great plug for another event in March. I'm going up to the town of Pine.
Don't say great.
We're actually going to be. That's
okay.
Well, I mean,
it's
for
like
me,
an
it's great.
Plug.
My bar's pretty low there, Nick. So I'm good.
Hey, hear that, buddy? Way to go! You raised it up.
We have a backpacking event in March at during spring break. Well, for us anyway, and we'll actually be hiking in a couple miles, camping out, doing another reroute that needs to get done, and we're actually using pack mules to get the materials, the food, the kitchen equipment, all that down there. So yes, the answer is yes. Please reach out to me if you have a few individuals, few vets that would love to do something like this.
Can I bring my dog?
Can't bring your dog. No dogs, because I have a dog. And
dogs bring COVID.
No, that's not it at all. I just don't want to.
Science.
I don't want to swing a tool and hit a dog. You know, that would hurt my soul. So, but yes, if you have a group that would love to come out and do something like that, I would absolutely organize an event for that.
And then
just get in touch with you on your site.
Yeah,
just get in touch with some seamen. So
there it is. There you go.
Yeah, we're really
started it, buddy.
For another plug on social media, it's the AZ Trail Vets. Please check out the Insta page. You can kind of get an idea of what we've been doing. We've had boats. We've had photographers, prior service members, as well as civilians come out to photograph. Like the photos behind me here, that was done by professionals that just were interested in the program, that wanted to just capture some of these moments that we had on the trail. Hopefully it's still in the works, but I think we're going to have some staffers from Senator Sinema's and Senator Kelly's office come down for the next event to see what we're doing on the trail. So that may or may not happen. That's still, the jury's out, but I would love to get some traction on a political level, to a degree anyway, to get some more notoriety for this program. Because Dave alluded to earlier, there's so many programs out there that are trying to tap into connection, community, camaraderie, right? And they don't go anywhere. They're either an island, they don't have enough traction behind it. Yep. And my whole game here, the whole end of the day mission for me is to make sure that when I leave this program, that it's going to live on. And however I got to whore myself out to do that, I'm going to do it.
$5 is what I go for. Anyways,
I'll take it. Donate aztrail.org.
No, like we talked about on the phone, and like you brought earlier was, how hunters and fishermen are actually some of the most environmentally friendly people on the planet. Amen. Right. And as when somebody says the word climate and then the word following it change, all right, then obviously biases get hit right away. And that's, like I said,
triggered.
Right. And again, everybody gets triggered. Everybody does. Nobody's exempt from it. All right. Here's where we ask you not to be a pansy. So if we bring up something like climate change, right, I need you to erase your biases for a second and not think about the biases from the Austin P, right?
Thank you.
So erase those for a second and get the political opinion out of your head. Okay. Because it has been weaponized, and all that kind of stuff. Because again, if you ask a hunter or a fisherman, they'll tell you what has to happen in that area to make the fishing better, to make the hunting better, to all that stuff, because they actually want to preserve, right, what their hobby and their passion is. So they're the first ones to tell you when you're doing something stupid, like an unethical shot on a deer. Right? I didn't know what that was until a hunter explained it to me. Right? And he's like, you don't do that because you don't kill the deer, you wound the deer, and yada yada yada, blah blah blah. What it goes on and on. Right. And that has nothing to do with Republican or Democrat. You just don't shoot a deer a certain way. Sure. Right. So what can people do specifically, like in Arizona? And then what have you seen that you guys have done to help the environment and help the climate around you? Like, what have you guys done and what needs to be done?
Great questions, man. I completely wholeheartedly agree with you about the ethical
Good job, Nick.
Euthanization of an animal when you're hunting. I'm not a hunter personally, but at the same time, I admire people that can hunt, especially those that are doing it.
Kill the doe first, bow. No big deal.
For meat. I mean, we actually, the area that we're working in down there, from the pictures behind me, there's hunting going on all the time. And so we kind of work hand in hand with Game and Fish and the Bureau of Land Management, so on and so forth. But what are we doing? So let me address something as well, that why this is so prevalent where we're at is because we are dealing with and Dave can maybe resonate with this, is that the temperatures are just becoming astronomical, especially right now. I mean, it's 70 fucking 7.
Beautiful, man.
It's beautiful, right? But I mean, that's going to translate into hell. in a couple months.
110, 120. I think this is going to be a hot summer this year. Yeah.
So I'm not, like you said, Nick, arguing, whether it's man, not man, it's a fact that, that's the statistical data. Another statistic is
what specifically in your area is it doing? And then how can people help it in that area?
I don't know the answer to the second part. What I can tell you though, is that we are experiencing drought, astronomical drought. We're in a desert. So we're always wondering where the water is going to come from. And it's usually coming from the Colorado, which is drying up. The other thing is wildfires. We had 3 huge fires that decimated a huge swath of not just the state, but of the Arizona trail system. So what we can do is just be aware of these things going on. What we can do is try and, with water, is to preserve, is to not take it for granted out here, is to make sure that we're not watering fucking grass. Now I'm going to get on my pedestal here.
Hold on. Wait, are you trying to say that that you should not go to Phoenix or like any of those other Scottsdale and see like golf courses? And
Hey, the waste management is going on right now.
You know what? I'm not here to make any friends at all. I absolutely believe that golfing in the desert is so stupid.
So beautiful.
Reclaimed
so
water
beautiful.
or otherwise.
Oh,
it always drives me insane when people complain about like, well,
they have lakes on the golf course, buddy. There's natural wells there.
Yeah. That helps with.
There's a lot of beautiful golf courses around here.
Yeah, because there's natural wells there.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
but we also have a water table that's diminishing by the day. So it's fine. It's stupid.
Let me turn off my in-ground sprinklers that I got.
Yeah, turn it off. If you have grass in your backyard, you're going to hell. I'm just telling you right now.
Yeah. I agree with you.
I probably am.
So Nick,
not because of the sprinklers.
Going back to you, Nick, what we can do is what the mission, I believe, in most trail organizations or just environmental organizations, is conservation and stewardship. Stewardship meaning we're taking care of these places that we like to play in and pray in. So hunters, fishers, hikers, backpackers, climbers, we're all one and the same. We all want those areas to live. We want them to be passed along to future generations. And if no one is taking care of it and we're just treating it like it's going to be there forever, I guarantee you it will not. So the answer to what we can do to solve that is beyond my rank at this point.
Right. So I agree with that. So when we talked about, the show earlier, I explained to Chappy that, hey, we don't script it because it's a dumpster fire. And as you can see, we went well past the hour. We did. I told you the time though. I told you the time would fill. And we don't talk about climate change because of the biases. Right, buddy. The biases, right? In it,
multiple biases,
and because it's not a productive conversation. I know Perry's not with the company anymore, but we still love him. But he hates when I use the bell curve because our podcast people can't see it, right? So because they're listening. But if you're on this side where the world will end in 3 years because of climate change, we're not listening to you. If you're on this side to where we have nothing to do with our environment, right? Like nobody's listening to you. It's not productive.
Yep.
Okay. And if what we can do in our area helps, then what Chappy just said, I think makes a lot of sense, is to be cognizant of what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, is it a time that maybe we should, as Arizonians are living, is it an Arizoniite?
Arizonans.
Arizona. As an Arizonan, maybe for the next 3 or 4 years, because of what's going on, we can chill for a little bit on this, right? We're just going to have to. All right. And again, that's
not going to be able to happen.
Okay, it's not going to happen because it's weaponized, and once it's weaponized, it's not logical. You can't get it. You can't get to people about it. So
the amount of Californians that are coming here,
I know.
Don't California my Arizona mud.
They want goddamn green grass,
right? Exactly.
We're not going to be able to.
Right, and again, those are the same people that destroyed California. They're now moving to Arizona to destroy Arizona. These are the same people who said you shouldn't make trails, right?
But we've been doing a pretty good job of it ourselves. At the
right,
same
exactly.
Yeah.
So again, without being all triggered, being a pansy, what Chappy's saying is correct me if I'm wrong, but what Chappy's saying is be cognizant of your environment. Right. And especially as a veteran, and if you're a combat guy, like we're always looking around our environment to see what's going on. What can we do to win the fight in this environment? All right. We might have to adjust. All right. Might have to adapt the technique. All right. The SOP says this, but because the enemy gets a say, they're doing this. Right. And right now in Arizona, the enemy is a wildfire. Right. The enemy is a drought. Yes. So it's like, what can we do right now, if anything, to help? If not, at least we tried, right? So, like I said, be cognizant of the area. Did I sum that up for you, right?
That was good, Nick.
That was good. I just
think
like
that 3 compliments, Dave. I do not have to flog myself today. That's so happy.
I'm gonna have to smack the shit out of him on Monday.
Yeah, exactly.
Nick, moreover, I believe it's
watch out for his legs. They're chicken legs, but they got to snap to him.
Oh,
so he's a soccer player.
It's awareness, man. It's all it's about. It's about being like situational awareness. That's another term that we like to throw around too. And it's about finding ways to escape, right? Trying to make sure that we can avoid conflict. And I think that's a great way to look at this issue as well, because I agree with you that climate change, quote unquote, is very triggering, is very politicized, very weaponized, as you say. And I hate that I have to go into the political arena with, as an organization, I'm all about it, right? But as far as, individually, it's a part of the mission, but I don't want that to supersede what I am actually trying to accomplish with, at the human level with my fellow service members.
Yeah, I love it.
Glorious.
So let's throw a couple more of your plugs out there of how people can do it. Give us the last word, and then Dave can close us out so we can watch golf in Phoenix.
Yep. Yeah, deaf ears. All right. So
the Waste Management Open is going on right now.
Love it.
All right. One of my guys is at Halo School. He's at the Waste Management Open.
It's on CBS.
He's probably so drunk on carbonated water right now.
Well,
love it.
If you're a veteran, you can get into the Waste Management for free.
A veteran? You get into any PGA tour. Every PGA tour event.
Yeah, there's a vet suite up there too. That you
what's that other one?
Does that mean that I'm wrong?
Scottsdale. You got there's 3 tournaments in Arizona, I believe.
Yeah.
What's that one called? Is it PGA Hope? The one that is specific to vets?
In Dallas, or I think there's one in Dallas and one in San Antonio.
No, there's one here in Tucson as well.
There is a tournament.
Get the bourbon out
in December. I want
some of that bourbon.
It's like good stuff.
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
All right, let me plug. I will. I'm happy to
plug away because Dave's getting bored.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep going, which I would love to do. I could probably do this. Yeah, let's do this more. aztrailvets.org. We are a 501c3 nonprofit. Tax deductible donations are welcome. If you are not comfortable with donating money, we have a wish list. We have tools that we need. We have camping equipment, all of which can be found under the Get Involved tab on the main website under Vets Program. We are on social media under AZ Trail Vets, as well as, as a hashtag if you want to tag us on something. We have events coming up every month from now until June. And please let us know. Contact me. I can provide my information for your followers if they want to get in touch with me personally, if they have any questions about the program, or like Buddy alluded to, if there's people that would like to create, or I can create a venue or a program. If you have a bunch of people to throw at some projects, we would love to have you. I would love to have you. I'd love to connect with you. So thank you again for having me on Veteran Trash Talk. This dumpster fire has been amazing on this
time of your life, except for the
Saturday morning. I'd love to come back and check in with you guys again. And it's been a real treat. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Chappy. Boats, you want to put that plug out one more time?
Thank you very much for allowing me to come on. Go to my Facebook page to Christopher Boats Oshana. You don't want Christopher Oshana, that's my son. But it's for the Bob Carey, excuse me, let me rephrase that. It's called the Tutu Project, a Bob Carey Foundation. Donate. It gives money to breast cancer survivors, whether it be male or female. It gives money to patients. Please hook it up.
Save the tatas.
Save those
Love
tatas. Save
Love it.
second base, biatches.
Right? God,
Booyah.
You
boobs
said
are great.
biatch. That was good.
No, hey, Dave,
haven't heard that term in forever.
Dave, that's the shirt for the fundraiser. Save second base
Yeah.
Oh,
with
that's so
boobs
good.
on it.
That's
And
so
donate.
good.
They already have
That's-
that shirt.
No, they
That
don't.
shirt, they already,
No, they
that
don't.
might already be trademarked.
No, they don't.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. We'll make another one.
T-shirt.
We'll make
No,
another
no,
one, Boats.
buddy. Show it to me. Or it's not true.
BTT saves
T-shirt help.
second base.
There you go.
Love it.
Booyah.
Awesome.
Just
Hey,
saying.
Boats, thanks again from everyone.
Thank you.
That was thanks for sharing. That was extremely emotional, and hats off to you every day, man, because again, I see you at work, and you're doing good things, man, and you have strength in you, and I know you're gonna do great things with your daughters and stuff. I know it's a hard time, but you can always reach out to us. We're always here for you, and we got your 6. Chappy, hey, great
one more,
combo.
one more.
Go ahead, Boats. Go ahead.
One more. Don't
Nope, you're
forget
done, Boat. Sorry. Stop.
PTSD, the
Yeah.
invisible scar.
Yes.
Hit it up. I am not a nonprofit. I still do everything free. Please hook me up. Do something. Try something. Whatever.
Yeah, that's another great project, and we can have you on again, Boats, so we can focus on PTSD, invisible scars. So we'll definitely
Oh, Stacey
shout out to
Sexton
that.
says an Alabama second base is a different thing.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Oh,
No, it's not.
Is that with your cousin?
Chappy, my man. Hey,
Don't trigger my ass because I'm from Alabama. And let me tell you, second
Let me
base,
tell you.
second base.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
now you got Buddy going.
Just because second base is located
That
on
bourbon.
my cousin's
That bourbon.
chest don't make it any goddamn difference.
What do you say?
Yep.
Yep. Ramble on.
Brothers,
Ramble
uncles,
on.
sisters, yeah, whatever. All
You
related.
just
I don't
upset
know.
his sister.
Is that what you just
all right?
said?
Cousin.
You cross the fucking lines.
Cross the line. Trigger.
Oh, Julie says hi. Julie tuned in again from Australia.
Julie's back on. Hey, Julie.
Julie, we're getting off now, so you're gonna just have to rewatch.
Oh, careful
this.
with saying that to Julie.
Yeah. Chappy, we're gonna connect. You can stay on here. Amazing organization. I definitely want to shoot out to Tucson and definitely be a part of this. Maybe we can collaborate again, buddy. That means get together. Combined,
So take it
whatever.
the wrong way.
A hold down.
But I love it, and I'd love to be part of
Alabama.
an all-day event. So thanks
when you're
again for coming on. We'll make
Dave,
sure to
thank
push
you.
your stuff out on our page.
Appreciate you.
For everybody that just now tuned in, go to veterantrashtalk.com. It's got the links to everything, so you can rewatch this, re-listen to it. You can go to shop.veterantrashtalk.com, check out some of our merch. Nick's got one of our most sold shirts, Quit Being a Triggered Pansy. All right. I'm wearing some gruntworksclothing.com shirts, so go check them out as well. Support our movement. We love y'all. Happy Saturday.
Podcasts.
Podcast.